Starting us off here at HCC, our own HCC, is a wonderful young man by the name of James Walker. And James is the president of COPA, and COPA stands for the College Office Personnel Association. Welcome.
Hello, welcome.
How are you?
Pretty good, and yourself?
That's a long name for a high-level group, but that's okay.
Yes.
So tell us, what is COPA and what does COPA do?
It's actually, COPA is College Office of Professional Association.
What did I say? Personnel Association?
Personnel.
Professional Association.
Yes,
That's what I meant to say. Thank you for the correction.
No problem. It actually is an organization that's made up of the staff of Houston Community College, and we're basically putting together as a voice for the staff of Houston Community College on different situations that transpires through the college, and kind of make sure that everyone is equally treated. But COPA actually, we do a lot in the community for us on a lot of different volunteer programs, as well as during the holiday, we deal with a program called Search Houston, which is actually for the homeless of City of Houston, to give them employment, also education, and a place to stay. As well as the Star Hope program, which is the women's shelter.
Right.
So we're doing a lot of things throughout this pretty much December this year, as well as things that kind of transpire.
And throughout the year y'all do things.
Yes.
I understand that it's a very active association, the College Office Professional Association, and that you really try to look at throughout the year what is the service issues or projects that y'all can get involved in. Some of it is internal, but most of it is external, is it not?
Correct. We actually we touch bases on both sides. On the internal side, we try to have a plateau or program that's set aside for the staff to get further education on how to not only just be a better employee, right, but as well as a better parent, a better mother or father or whatnot. And as well, external wise, we go into the community, like the International Festival program, also the Black History program. For us on, you have the short parade that the International Festival does. We have the Veterans Affairs events throughout the year. We have a small and a wide range of different organizations, different programs that we kind of assist throughout the year.
It brings together, as you said, all segments of the campus, of the community, of the college, from administration throughout the various colleges. Because, as I understand it, you represent this whole kind of getting that whole multicultural, multi-ethnic flavor of who the college is together and having them jointly work on projects.
Right. And I think the main thing, even for ACC, is kind of joining everyone from different backgrounds and different cultures and different aspects of life, and kind of putting them together into an organization that's functional. And the same thing was with COPA. We're taking that same method of thinking and putting everything together, and instead of just holding it, we exerting it to everyone that's into the community.
And finding that common thread that we were talking about before the show started, about helping serve each other as human beings, that we all have these same needs, issues, concerns, and desires for ourselves, for our family, for our community, and this is just a way of pulling it all together.
Right, correct, because the main goal is this: each individual want to be successful, having a healthy family, and being able to enjoy life. And basically what we're doing is kind of bringing all that into one perspective and kind of building on it and hoping that it goes to the limit, you know.
And every adult, every professional here at the college that I've worked with over the years, that's the same kind of culture they try to pass down and inculcate in the students, is it not?
Yes. Yes, because if the student doesn't see it in the person who's teaching them, they can't learn it. Because a lot of times they might not see it at home, they not see it in the community, but if they come to an organization or to a place that they're learning, they can see and also learn not only just educational, but as well on how to kind of be an individual and a productive individual into society.
And how old is COPA now? How many years have it been in?
COPA originally started in 1974.
Okay, so it's had a long
extensive track record.
All right. And because it started, and I knew that from what we were talking about earlier, because it had such a long run starting in the 70s, it has seen changes, therefore it has evolved and changed as the changes in society and culture and norms has gone forward. So I'm sure they've been able to track that growth and development and change and then adapt accordingly.
Correct. And the thing of it is, when you a part of an organization that's been around so long and has adapted to society and to the whole community as well, is grown. So we have extensive knowledge of how things used to be, and as well, and have a foresight on how things could be.
Right.
So you can mix and match on both sides and catch everything in the middle and continue to grow.
Well, I've talked to members of COPA. I guess we did actually, now that I think about it, we did a segment on COPA years ago, if my memory serves me right. And one of the things that they told me that they enjoyed so much about it is that it got, again, people together from all parts of the college, all segments of the college.
Right.
But it really gave them a chance to get to know each other, because many times, because you work in different colleges or you work in different parts of the system, you really don't get to have that much interaction with each other.
Right. It's kind of like putting a face to a voice that you talk to so many times, and it kind of brings a different respect and perspective of a person when you've talked to them for so many times, and then now I get a chance to meet and greet you and find out exactly who you are as an individual. So
what do you see as some of your major issues or challenges or projects coming up in the new year?
Well, I wouldn't say an issue, but I would say a challenge is to be able to grow at an extensive rate, to be able to cover more ground, and to be able to go out and service more of a larger scale community, because Miami Houston is continuing and growing.
Right.
And so therefore the growth in the community causes our organization to have to grow as well, to be able to accommodate
And as
those.
the college continuously grows.
Yes.
With
Yes.
75,000 students now.
Right, even more than that. So.
Okay, and now that we've passed a wonderful bond election, again, thank you to the citizens of Houston for that. We have even now greater potential for growth and development and future things that will be going forward. So as COPA goes, the college goes basically in many ways, because that is the core group of the employees. In the outreach that you do to the community, and you're talking to a former executive director of search, I used to run search, and the search piece, of course, is very important. But are you able to leverage other organizations and groups to help you do your community projects outside of the college?
Yes, I guess the main reason for COPA is to kind of been able to go into the community and attach ourselves to organizations that's already relevant in the community, and not just a community as a whole. We individual communities and different programs, like for instance, it's a program called Watson Inc. Incorporation, which actually cater towards high school students and give them an outlet for other education. Also Raleigh, Mr. Ed Riley is actually from that's doing works with BP and Exxon for some community gardens as well. It's a lot of little small programs as well as large programs that we kind of touch bases with and work alongside to get community and as well get Houston working again.
So you're the catalyst. Get that HCC phrase in there. That's good. So you're the catalyst in many ways for developing relationships and partnerships with others that then help expand the work that you're doing.
Right. Because the thing with this, a lot of times if you only have one hand, you only can reach so far.
Right.
But if you have 2 and 3 hands, you can reach more and get more done.
So we get Houston working in more ways than just education and academics. We get it done through community service.
Correct.
All right, I'm going to give you we got to go here in a second, but I'm going to give you just that last 30 seconds or so. Anything that we've not touched on that you want to make sure you mention before we have to get out of here?
Yes, actually, one thing, I want to thank all the members of COPA, as well as all the members of HCC and staff as well. We've done a tremendous job, and we have a lot of stuff that's planned ahead for us. And we just want to say I appreciate everyone, that even the community, as well as a lot of organizations that we work alongside. And we just thank all of them and look forward to the future.